the last time, anything you put on that prompter, he will read.
Oh, shizzle gizengar. But I get a sheet and walk. Horsen block and bracket 469. I've been cleaning after this dumbass cracker for 10 years. Know what I'm saying? Sharpton for president, y'all. I'm up.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. Let's talk about a few things we know about Kamala Harris and then a few things that we don't know. Kamala Harris is a stupid, low IQ person. She has no capacity for critical thought. That's why Kamala Harris needs a teleprompter in front of her at all times. She must have the words and ideas fed into her brain so she can repeat them back out. When Kamala Harris gets a chance to answer questions unaided, it is nightmarish, and it's what's tanking her campaign right now. The fact that she doesn't have a prompter like she did here when she did a town hall with her billionaire friend, Oprah. Now, when Kamala Harris doesn't have a prompter, it is a horrifying scene. Here's Kamala Harris at a campaign rally where her prompter goes out, and you can see the exact moment when her prompter glitches.
Remember his number? 32. Today we got 32 days until the election.
Okay. And prompter goes out now. There we go. Watch. See her face? Look at that. Look at the panic.
So 32 days.
No, she repeats the number.
32 days.
She repeats the number again.
Okay, we got some business to do.
Then
All
she
right.
speaks pablum.
32 days.
And she repeats herself.
And we know we will do it. And this is going to be a very tight race until the very end. This is going to be a very tight race until the very end. We are the underdogs.
How many times can she repeat herself?
We know we have some hard work ahead.
It's so cringy. It's so hard. She has absolutely no idea what to do or say when her teleprompter goes out. So, tough days for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is having to go on the campaign trail and take questions from voters unaided at town halls like this last night. This was the Univision town hall with Kamala Harris last night. Univision has 10 million subs, yet this town hall hasn't even broken 100,000 views. Let me tell you what, that is nightmarish. It's also getting ratioed in the comment section. The people aren't buying it. Univision viewers are mostly Hispanics commenting, fake, liar, scripted, teleprompter, terrible, brainless, fake accent. They're saying this in Spanish. By the way, fake accent, what do we mean by that? Well, we've covered how Kamala Harris trotted out her fake Latinx accent.
I love you back.
I love you back. Yes, and she did it last night.
First of all, thank you for the question, and I hope your family is okay and your home is okay.
How many different races, genders, space aliens can Kamala Harris try to pander to? And it gets even worse. Of course, it always gets worse with Kamala Harris. We noticed something very peculiar last night after the fake accents. We noticed that Kamala Harris was potentially using a teleprompter. Now, the reason why we can say that with such surety is because there's video of Kamala Harris with a running teleprompter in front of her. Here's the video. Univision accidentally broadcast proof of Kamala using a teleprompter at her town hall. Watch in panic when they realize they're showing the prompter live on air. So here's the clip.
Are you a Republican? Are you a Democrat?
Here you go.
The only question I ever ask is, are you okay?
You can see right there. You can see right here. Kamala Harris, plain as day. There's the prompter. You can see right there.
And
it has
sadly,
text on it. It has text on the prompter, text on the screen. And then they realize, I think, what they're doing.
Since Hurricane Helene.
And then they turn it off. They turn the prompter off. So you can see the prompter clear as day. You can see the words on the screen. And you can see Kamala Harris potentially reading from it. Who knows? But then they blank it out. So what does this mean? Well, at the very least, it means that Kamala Harris has a prompter within view, and that looks bad for her. So it's bad staging. At the very worst, Kamala Harris is reading from a script. It's a very, very curious, very interesting thing. And of course, it's taken the internet by storm. There are so many people that are saying, whoa, hold on. Univision actually accidentally broadcast Kamala Harris using a prompter. How the hell do you use a teleprompter at a town hall? Town hall is supposed to be impromptu. Kamala's the biggest fraud ever to run for office. Busted, says Charlie. Kamala caught using teleprompter at her Univision town hall. Why did Univision allow this? It's egregious journalistic malpractice. What's on the prompter, Kamala? Tell us what's on the prompter, Kamala. Why you need a town hall teleprompter? Yes, that is a teleprompter Kamala Harris is looking into during her unscripted infomercial for Univision. I mean, you can see it there. We've zoomed in a lot. We can't actually tell what's on the prompter, but you can see it. Vivek Ramaswamy hopping in saying Kamala Harris used a teleprompter during the town hall. The worst part of this episode is that it's entirely unsurprising. Vivek coming over the top again, saying who should exercise more power in the country, the person who writes the teleprompter script or the person with whom it is written. That's what the election comes down to, even more than ideology. So what Vivek is saying there is that Kamala Harris represents a machine that can't think for itself, and that the people who write her scripts, like Barack Obama, those people are the ones actually running the country. Kamala Harris is just a muppet. Now, the person who was moderating this has responded to our viral tweet. This guy's named Enrique, and he says, the prompter displayed my introduction in Spanish and switched to a timer, and he claimed that the contrary is simply untrue. So that's what they say. What happened? Listen to all sides here. What we say is, in this clip, it sure doesn't look like a timer flips on. Doesn't look like a timer flipped on. And I would ask Enrique, I would raise him one other question here, which is about a person in the audience that seems to mouth the exact words that Kamala Harris says while she is saying them. Very, very strange.
Or small businesses are. And they are business leaders. They are civic.
Pay attention to the woman that is on the left-hand side of the screen. This woman's wearing black. The woman wearing white is the one who asked the question of Kamala Harris. So here's the woman behind her. She has her eyes closed. Okay. But there's something interesting that happens right here.
Knowing what that will mean to tap into the ambition and the aspirations that people have, knowing that unlike my opponent, who got handed $400 million on a silver tray and filed for bankruptcy 6 times.
What's going on? That woman just said exactly the same line that Kamala Harris said in real time. Watch it again. Happy to do a slow motion replay.
$1 million on a silver tray and filed for bankruptcy 6 times.
What the hell is that?
Most people don't have that access to the wealth that is necessary for them to start a small business. But when they do,
there's only 3 explanations for an occurrence like this. One, that woman is telekinetic and she belongs inside of some type of, like, I don't know, CIA experimental center. She can read Kamala Harris's mind and knows exactly what Kamala Harris is going to say. 2, she's the Kamala Harris sycophant who's memorized all of Kamala Harris's lines because she loves Kamala so much. If that's the case, then she doesn't belong in that audience at all of independent voters asking questions. 3, she's a Kamala Harris plant from the Kamala Harris campaign who knows Kamala Harris's scripts because she's a script writer for Kamala Harris. So she's able to, like, repeat the lines while Kamala Harris is talking. All of it looks really bad for Kamala. A reminder that Barack Obama said, what I want is somebody in the White House that I could literally read a script to them. Here we go.
What you know now, do you wish like you had a third term? You know what, if I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony. Wow. I'd be fine with it.
Either way, it all looks terrible. Barack Obama is somebody who's now panicked and hitting the trail for Kamala Harris because the new Muppet is collapsing. And, well, it's funny because Donald Trump is making fun of her. It makes for good comedy. Here's Donald Trump on the trail, ripping Kamala Harris for losing it when she loses her prompter. Ladies and gentlemen, you got 25 days. Let's go win. Donald Trump clips. Okay.
Now, we have so many others, and I won't do it because we have to really get out of here before it gets too cold for people. But I love it much better because there's one teleprompter. Not that I use the teleprompters too much. Isn't it nice to have a president that doesn't need a teleprompter? No, we don't need it. But this one was right smack in the sun. Great job back there, fellas. They said the teleprompters are working fine. Well, thank goodness. Did you see what happened the other day with the teleprompter with her? That was not a pretty sight. The teleprompter went off and she went off too. She didn't know what the hell happened. And you know, teleprompters are very dangerous because they go off a lot. You have to be prepared for them to go off cold blank. You'll have 100,000 people. You have 75,000 people. You have this. And if the teleprompter goes off, you got to be able to move. She did not move well. This was not a good situation.